Why should I tell you anything? All I've done is try to warn you, and all you've done is physically and sexually assault me. Bunch of amateurs. This is ridiculous. Do you have any idea who I am? No. Yeah, so give me a break and take these handcuffs off me.
I think you misread the situation. I am asking you to give me some information to work on, and then we can talk about taking the cuffs off.
I think you've misread the situation. I'm not telling you anything until you take these cuffs off. And we will go back and forth about this for as long as we have to. She's buying time for Cuumann to get out.
Okay. Well, let's go to Cuumann while you guys argue the cuffs. Then, so you've got the Bacta set, and since it's been a while, the GM reminder is that the request was for the prototype for the rebellion. The research would go a long way as well, which is clearly on the computers. You know that you're in a shortened time frame, but the avenues, so to speak, of the decision to make is that you can try and hack the computers, which would be difficult, obviously, but to get the research as well. If you leave the research but take the prototype, you kind of created a situation that maybe Cuumann wants, because that's balanced. You know, the Krensten can still redo all the research and still generate the prototype, but now
unless you put a lightsaber through the computer on your way out,
or you can destroy the research, making the prototype way more valuable.
And we're talking about Bacta, which is a life-saving. I mean, this is like stealing a vaccine and then destroying the research for the vaccine. I mean, or even more valuable than that. I don't know. Yeah. I don't see
the avenue that the other information that Cuumann would have. Just so I paint the picture appropriately here, and I'll give a little bit behind the curtain too. This Bacta is to be super potent,
right?
And so mechanically, if it were used, I would allow it to remove critical injury just by application in a stim pack. The single use kind of situation where you're not rolling for it, it can go away. So that level of potency is what it's for.
So it's like Wolverine serum.
Yeah. But single use, when it's used up, it's used up.
So we're talking about, talking about saving a lot of lives. I mean, this is like a major medical breakthrough.
Right. Yeah. The contracts that you would be vaguely aware of, the way that this facility is kind of laid out, this is a civilian research for military applications. Like, the information that I may not have conveyed, but is definitely part of the thread to it, is that the general health public would not see this product. This would be something that's sold on the shelves and would be sold at such a premium that really only combat units would, stormtroopers, Imperials, other security personnel would put into their budgets for it. So I just didn't want to unfairly say that, like, this is clearly the most amazing medical breakthrough in history. This is just a really awesome med pack, so to speak.
Yeah, because the moral decision he's weighing is, deny it to the enemy. I mean, he can't. He obviously is not very confident about the fact that he'll be able to take it with him.
Yeah.
But do you deny it to the enemy, or in doing so, are you going to doom a lot of people who might otherwise have been saved to a painful death or something like that?
Yeah.
But if it's only going to going to stormtroopers, I take that lightsaber and I burn the hard drive right out of that computer.
So the lightsaber's clearly hot enough. That computer kind of bursts into flames and all of that. And you hear the several sets of footsteps climbing those stairs from the lobby. They're getting close to the third floor. Now's the moment. How do you make your escape?
I assume in a medical lab, testing lab like this, there would be some kind of fire system that would have gas and whatnot, maybe for the whole floor. Maybe I could, it would be my intention to try to trip that and then book it back for that roof access. at the very least, book it for the roof access and try to get out.
Lizzie's gonna start, if she's pressured, saying subterranean. Like, I just heard underground.
Okay.
Do you have security tunnels? Like, I don't know what, I wanted to talk to you about this, but you didn't want to talk to me. I can tell you, whispers and rumors, but I heard something about tunnels and subterranean access and sewers. I don't know. How secure is your sewage system?
So Nena,
where do you get rid of your medical waste?
So Nena believes that, because she's believing your deception. She kind of grabs you by the collar and says, "The sewers, and she is heading towards a door on the lower floor there. And I'll come right back to that. Cuumann can definitely hit the fire suppression system. Some smoke is coming out from there anyway. There's probably some cooling agents since refrigeration has failed in the research anyway. That's, I guess, the room and the hallways are starting to fill up with smoke. I think you're making an average stealth check to book it to the room for the guards coming up the ladders to not see you with your speed, and you can have 2 boost dice for that coverage. And that'll determine whether or not Cuumann gets out, and then we'll come back to you, Lizzie.
Hey, yeah, all right. Success and 2 advantage.
Okay, so yeah, it's almost like movie timing in that, like, you come out and do the Jedi almost run down the hallway in their direction, and you duck into the room that you came in on as they run past. And you can climb up, and so you're on the roof with no problem there. So Nena hasn't unhandcuffed Lizzie yet, and she's just she's leading Lizzie around as she's trying to ascertain what's going on, and she kind of very gruffly rams her code cylinder into a door that's on the first floor, and inside is kind of a janitorial closet that has a basement access to it. There's like almost a roof hatch that's in there, and she's just like, she said, what does she say? So basically, her motivation is to cut them off at the pass, and so she says something along the lines of like, I'm checking out the sewers, and you're coming with me, and so she's working on uncuffing you, but she's put herself between you and the exit with the expectation that you both are going down into the sewers there.
Okay, as she's dragging me along, I'm going to not make it obvious that I'm trying to do this, but I'm going to stumble and trip over everything. It's very difficult for me to move like this, because she's got me handcuffed and she's dragging me along. And I'm certainly not making it easy for her to do that. So I'm slowing her down intentionally, but without looking like I'm trying to slow her down.
Yeah. I think that's successful. I mean, I think she's got a good grip, kind of more on the handcuffs than anything, and so it's taking a minute
it's awkward
to turn it off. But she gets them off, and she's, you're coming with me. You're going to point this out to me. What was the plan? What are they doing here? What did you hear?
I can only tell you the guy, like the person who. I can fully and in detail describe to you the person who had the plan, who approached me and was telling me about the plan, but I don't know the specifics of the plan.
What did you hear about subterranean? And she kind of has her hand on your upper arm, and she leans over you and lifts the lid for the thing.
He just implied that was a weakness to this facility.
Implied to who? Who's here? Who's coming? How did they get upstairs from down here?
I don't know. It's the rangy, skinny guy pretending to be Nena said he was head of security here, and wanted the security to be tested here. Approached me, asked if I knew anybody who would do that kind of work. And sometimes as a PI, I do that kind of work, but I wasn't willing to do it for you or for him.
I already know who Wes is, and I know what Blast Tech wants, but I want to know what the specific threat that we have here.
Wait, he works for Blast Tech?
Yes, they've been after the... And she kind of stops herself like, yes, he works for Blast Tech. We're going to go... go down the ladder. We are going to look at this. Maybe it'll spark some memories. You need to point out the security threats that they talked about.
Okay. Now, for Jessica's edification, Blast Tech is the Empire or the Rebellion?
Blast Tech is neither.
Right.
They are they're the main competitor to SGI.
Okay,
SGI
right.
is in the pocket of the Empire. Blast Tech is your through and through, for lack of a better term, pure capitalist. They are selling arms to both the Empire and the Rebellion. Their blasters are the brand blasters that are used. So they would be a company that's definitely interested, and Lizzie would know this, in the Bacta to sell it specifically to anybody, and sell it to both sides. Right.
And do I know who, what is these labs? They're Empire labs, right? Imperial labs?
Krensten's Medical Miracles is an independent, smaller company. They have a business loan, as most of these places do, where you can draw connections to other businesses, and so they are more on the SGI side. It's a short skip and a hop to getting this Bacta into the Empire's hands, but at the same time, Nena herself wouldn't consider herself an SGI employee. Okay, but is that something that Lizzie would obviously know, or would she, when she finds out that this is Blast Tech, she'd be like, wait, you aren't already selling whatever it is to Blast Tech? Why would you not do that? Yeah. So, in the corporate structure, as I see it for Druckenwell, there's the research and things like this are not only directly researched by companies like SGI or Blast Tech, but they also, the startups never really truly are independent startups, right? Right. They're tied to somebody. And so there would be many people, and Lizzie would know this, who are at Krensten's who believe themselves to be independent, who've deceived themselves about the money that they've taken. But when they successfully showcase the prototype, so to speak, Lizzie's seen it more than once, where some corporate thugs from SGI in suits with lawyers would come and just basically slam down a briefcase and say, "That's ours now." That's ours. Because of the money trail. That's where Lizzie's trying to lead Nena. She's trying to feel her out for would Nena be aghast to realize that she's working for the Empire, or would she not care, or does she have sympathetic leanings for the rebels? So Nena's hard to read in that sense, in the situation that you've been in. The main thing that you've gotten out of Nena, that you can tell, Lizzie's guts telling her, is that Nena only cares about being the head of security about Krensten. She's heard security threat. She's addressing the security threat. She doesn't even care what Blast Tech's up to or what SGI is up to, or you get the sense too that she doesn't even fully care about what research is going on, even though she's aware of it. She's there to protect the place, and she has that duty. That's how Nena would appear to Lizzie, is that and that's kind of what you've been driven to, or what you've poked on as you've come to stand over the basement sewer access there. She's in a way reacted to the deceptions that Lizzie's had, and is standing basically in a way that's asking for help, but kind of demanding it at the same time, to specifically tackle the threat head on. She's ignoring the things that are going on upstairs because an unseen threat has appeared from what you've deceived her with. Right. Okay. Well, Lizzie will go along with it. We're not going to find anything down there, but Lizzie will be like, I got your back. I came here to warn you. Now you're finally taking me seriously. Let's go figure it out. Okay. I've told you everything I know. This is what I could have told you from the beginning. That's it. Yeah. So as you guys descend the ladder, we're gonna come back over to Cuumann. You're on the roof with some Bacta, with the goods, so to speak. Are you? Get out! Are you leaving?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna jump to the next roof again and disappear into the night.
Yes.
Hopefully find like a cooler and some ice and put this thing on.
Okay. So, any final communications between Lizzie and Cuumann? Your comm's open. It's scrambled, but at the same time, Lizzie's next to Nena, and Cuumann would know that.
I'm gonna say I'm out. Package secure. I'll come pick you up pretty soon.
Okay.
Once all the commotion's died down, I'll come bail you out.
Lizzie finds a way to work. Don't bother. We can get out of this. Like we'll see our way. Don't worry. We'll see our way through this. We'll get it taken care of.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just gonna secure the package and hopefully, like I said, try to find some. Cuumann would obviously want to put it on ice because it was in a refrigerated containment, and then get it back to her office.
Okay.
Yep.
Or hide it in Lizzie's office.
Or you could take it back to.
I might even. I don't know if. Do I think it would be safe to take it to the place where I hide my lightsabers?
Is it cold enough down there? You might not even need to refrigerate it.
Yeah, deep water. It's pretty deep. I can just take it to that part of Druckenwell and stash it, and then we could give it to whoever we wanted to later.
Check it for tracking devices or anything like that. Debug.
I don't think Cuumann would even have the ability to do that, but I could always roll a.
You used to sweep my office for bugs all the time, like every session.
Doesn't mean he was good at it.
Yeah, like I waved this broken piece of antenna at things. I told you that's what I was doing.
All right. So I think that is as far as I have planned. So we're going to be calling it a night here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was so fun to be the loose cannon for a second.
It's nice, right?
It's great.
You just kind of do whatever.
So,
that heist
for sure
went off.
We would wrap up the story, but then that subterranean thing has some ideas attached to it that we're going to leave it open, and we'll come back to it hopefully next week.
Thanks for joining us. You know the deal here. Subscribe to stay tuned to our misadventures. If you enjoyed us, give us a like and hit that bell icon. And of course, keep us honest on the rules and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time on the Dicey Cantina.